Alright, so, well, seeing as how Copart videos are pretty common, we got ourselves a Dodge Ram pickup truck that we're going to be going and picking up at Copart facility. So all I can tell you right now is it's blue, but let's go get this thing. Alright, I didn't take the camera outside, but I got some pictures. I lied them in. It's like a pretty nice truck. First time here, I can tell you, very nice and helpful. Had some issues getting set up on the account. Had some issues getting set up for the transporter account. But very quick process. So let's get this thing home. Check it out. There we go. All right, let's do a good walk around here. It looks like it was hit here in the back. Hopefully we can push this out. We need a tail light, a bumper, headlight bucket, headlight. Fenders tweaked just a little bit right there. Lower bumper support. The bumper. This might be reusable because you won't see it. This is reusable. Looks pretty good down this side. 4x4 stickers will probably be removed 100%. Let's just start on the passenger side. Let's get these mirrors pulled back out. This is a 2019 Ram Classic. So it's basically the good old stripped down model. Got a penny. Jacks under the seat. Recline. Seat front and back. Oh, already getting paid back. We got a dime. All right, check out the back seat here. all folds up at once. Different. Looks like we got the backup camera. Oh, looks like it does hit there. Set this down here slow. The bed was used. Looks like they gave us the floor mats in the back and a cover. It's kind of nice. It does have a cover in it here. And it does have the step bars. Pretty good in here, other than some people getting in it with some mud. Quite wide. See this? E85 or gasoline. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the hood. Check this thing out before we start it. We have ourselves our first 6-cylinder right here. So, with that being said, these are supposed to get 20 miles to the gallon, be pretty efficient, run on gasoline or flex fuel, E85. So, you know, you're going to have some options for some fuel you're going to be able to put in this. Looks like it had a, I don't know, bug guard or something over here at one time. Looks like we got some kind of lights in here. Hard to say what somebody had messing here. All right, let's do the normal. Got some fluid bouncing around in there. Check our oil. Looks like we have a dipstick. We got some oil in it. This thing was listed as run and drive. So everything looks good here. Like I said, we just did our quick check. Let's get this thing unstrapped, dropped off the truck. We hit it hard with the pressure washer. You can tell it's starting to come off. All this nasty dust. We're gonna hit that with a brush. A lot of the sticker came off here. I couldn't really get to the back. I was running out of line. But we're gonna get a bucket here filled up, and we're gonna go to town here with our hose, get a good hand washing on this. We'll probably start on the roof. It's gonna be a little hard to get in the back. Normally I get in the beds when I do the truck tops, but let's get a good hand wax on this, or a good hand wash on this thing. Look at that, a hand washing definitely did make a difference. We washed this that good. We got rid of all the broken stuff. I'm sure I'll have to hit this thing again. I did wash inside all of the door jambs across the back. I found out that if you look here, see how that's tight? This was fun to get. I got most of this off with the adhesive with the pressure washer. Check this out. We got a big gap there. And then if you look inside, really common for these when they're bad is they'll get moisture in here. So we got a moisture line here in our headliner. We'll clean that out, but it's just one more thing that we have to do. All right, as gorgeous as this engine bay is, I'm going to spray it down with some simple green like I do with anything else, and I am just going to give it a quick spray down with the compressor. I can adjust my pressure down, so I'm going to adjust it down really low, and then I'll show you how it came out and what it looks like. I'll have to get what I need to do the service on this so that I know everything is done. Changing the oil, just inspecting them. I think like some of the worst things with these motors is the oil cooler, but other than that, with this only having, I believe, 32,000 miles on it, we should not have many issues. But we got to check our air cleaner also. I think I might have a K&N I can put in here, but I prefer to run the regular ones. But this is what it looks like. I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get her washed up. All right, we got everything rinsed off. I probably could have wiped the hood a little nicer, but I mean, we're not going for a full detail. We're just trying to make this thing look nice for now to give us some more inspiration and get this thing fixed up and together. I did notice, which was kind of weird, like this fan screw is loose. It's hard to say why. You know, other than that, I still got to get the check mark cleaned off the windshield here. Yeah, it's pretty. All right, doesn't look too bad here in the back seat. Got some dirt. Door panels. Front here is, you know, kind of, you can tell, used. Some dirt here. The seat should probably be shampooed down. Definitely the center console needs cleaned out. I'm just going to give this thing a good wipe down. We do have the same in that door panel over there with a bunch of stuff, but we just did some damage assessment here. So I already have ordered this lower piece here, the part that supports this headlight. It looks like we need the passenger inner fender well, which is right up in there. Our front bumper, it looks like our insert's going to be reusable, and our lower just has this little tear here. You know, save a couple bucks where you can. And all right, that's going to take us down to in the rear here. So we have a rear bumper, which is pretty much, well, you can tell, rear tail light. We do have some body work that we're going to have to do to this, get it pushed out, see how it comes out. Hopefully that can be fixed. Down here, oh, here, it's probably going to be better if I do this way. Take a look at how this rear tire is. It looks like it's in farther. Now this is pushed out here just a little bit, but if you take a look, it's actually not sitting straight, it's kicked in. Hopefully that's coming out in the camera. And I was worried that it was because of this. There might be something else besides what I did just fine. Good, straight and even, and actually pushed this way out of the back of the truck. Now, it's hard to say, but that probably did take some impact, but it would be little. I laid down underneath here, and if you look right in here, you can see where the paint was kind of coming off of it. I'm gonna assume that we had a tow truck driver that was in a rush, came in here, hooked their winch, pulled this thing right up onto the trailer, and that is what bent it. It actually, this probably has it kicked forward and toward our passenger side. So hopefully that is what fixes this rear and gets it centered out. You can kind of see the spring is this way. It's too hard to tell. I can't really see anything else that would be bent. The control arms look good. That's probably going to be something I'm going to have to try to eye up when we get this piece here replaced. I would assume that our list that we have right here is going to be pretty cheap. So we're going to be down to fix driver bedside and paint work. So I know our paint is going to be something that's pretty costly. If you didn't take notice, here, I'll just throw this in here. This is our passenger side. You can see we got some stuff in here. A quick vacuum and a quick wipe down inside this truck is going to make it look nearly new. All right, so you can kind of see we have a little bit of a bend here. So I think what I'm going to do is it's going to be something that I'm just going to live with. I can probably tap it just a little bit, do some PDR, and then just touch this up with some paint down here along this edge. It's going to be a lot better to do that because of painting and blending. It looks like this fender might be moved a little bit, so I might be able to, like, you know, once I get everything in here, I can work on alignment, get the fender where it needs to be. But nothing is bad. Nothing looks really bent. Like I said, we got some lights here. Not sure what the deal is with that. We'll have to get all that stuff removed and just go from there. But I'm gonna get the interior of this thing cleaned up. I got to dig out a vacuum. I've already got some soap in a bucket with a rag. We're gonna get this thing cleaned down, and we're gonna get these parts ordered today. So we'll have them here probably before the end of the week. All right, we still got a little bit of cleaning to do in here, but everything did come out pretty good. Just a quick vacuum, wipe down, cleaned the floor mats up that were in the back of the truck. Did hit them with a pressure washer. Still got some spottage here that needs cleaned out. Right now I'm trying to work on getting the rest of this back. There was some glass and some stuff, I assume, from the car that hit it, but we got some dirt and stuff up in here. So I'm going to clean out the bed too, just because it needs done. I did already sit down, I took lunch, and I ordered all the parts that I needed, but I'm going to get this tailgate opened up so that we don't do any more damage to this. We're going to remove this bumper. I'm going to get the front pulled here out of the way across the bottom here. Maybe I'll just trim this, pop that out the rest of the way, and just trim it there. That way that's off, and then I'll remove the rest of the bumper when the time comes. That way I'm not damaging any of that if I'm moving it around. So I'm going to grab the tools. We got some here. Let's get this bumper off. What somebody has going on here, but that needs to be unplugged. These look just like the older Rams. There's two bolts here, it looks like. And then when we get down underneath, it looks like we have, man, two here. The rest of this is all in the bracket. Kind of curious to see what they got going on there. We're gonna have to get this here, these pulled right here out, but it looks like, yep, 1, 2. Got an LED bar across there. And the part for the jack here kind of looks like a horn. It's got a pretty big thing to direct it in. I mean, this right here has a little bend. think if you really wanted to, you could replace that. Well, it looks like we can get in here, push off of that, push down on this, get this thing pushed and pulled back out where it needs to be. Look at that nice steel under there. Let's get this tailgate open for the first time. Look at that. Looks like it's just a little tight right down through here, which will be pretty easy to fix. No inside damage. I did see there was, looks like there's some damage there to the inner fender well, but that is just somebody did that, hauling something. All right, well, there's a bunch of stuff in here. I'm gonna cut this rope off, basically get everything cleaned out of here. Try to get the glass off of this, because there is glass in quite a few places, and then maybe I can get that rolled up. If it's something that fits and looks nice in here, I guess I'll keep it. It might not even be for this truck. When this stuff ends up at sales, a lot of times you end up with all kinds of miscellaneous stuff in the trunk. All right, well, there's a piece of glass right there we gotta get. All right, I'm gonna get this thing cleaned out. All right, got everything vacuumed out. You see we got water running. I did car soap brush, vacuumed everything out, gave it a good clean. Like I said, there's a little bit here, but that is from someone loading something into here. Pretty clean. I mean, you know, we're gonna have to go back over this stuff, but I'm gonna get this cut out of here. I'm gonna give this some time to dry. This grease here, I should be able to just spray a little bit of WD-40 on it, wipe it up with a paper towel, and man, we'll have a clean bed. This thing's huge. I think I'm just gonna lay it out, roll it up. It's gonna end up in the garbage because it's not gonna do what we need it to do. But when we get this done, we're going to set the back bumper and any of the parts that we have from this and set them into here, so that when we get the new stuff, we can pull off the nuts and the bolts and everything, so that they're there and we can get them thrown right in. Well, even as base model as this thing is, door's locked. The remote starts. That's pretty freaking rad. So just zip tied this up. We got everything good and clean. Like I said, there is parts on the way. Nice and quiet for a 6-cylinder. But you can see we have our parking lights are all on. It says there's a turn signal bulb back here that's not working, so. But that right there is the worst of this entire fix, other than having to do some paint work. So here we are. Lights up pretty nice in here. Air conditioning's working. Works really well, actually, believe it or not. I didn't try out any of the 4-wheel drive. Kind of feel that that's minuscule. Oh, that shuts it off. That's pretty wild. Basically, you got to put this in, and then it'll keep it started. I mean, this is okay, I guess. Radio, this thing is actually pretty cool. It's the first time I got to play with one of these. It's not one of the fancy ones. You can adjust, you have an equalizer, different things you can adjust in here. It displays a compass. You can go into your settings. What's this say? Like, I still didn't play with this. Trailer 1, 2. I guess you can set settings for the different trailers if you haul different trailers. System information. Software version, part number. Okay. More. It'll show a clock and your outside temperature. I hooked my phone to this thing Bluetooth, so it's working just fine, which is pretty cool. The port to plug it in is actually in here in the center console, so I guess you could plug it in and just let it go in there. Radio, like I said, works pretty good. Played with the brake controller. Look, you can adjust it here, up and down. I don't know how far this goes. Let's go to 10. Yep, 10's all the way. Or you can go, I usually run stuff in the other truck's half, but that'll put it up the whole way. But cool, man, like really cool. Vehicle not in park or in reverse, neutral, drive, gear. Oh, look at that. It'll actually let me shift it up to 8, and then it goes back out of it. And then I thought this was pretty cool. If you're sitting here, I'm sure all these do this. So like if you forget to put it into park, you're going to turn it off. You can't take the key out, but it shifts itself into park, and then you can take your key out. So it works pretty cool. Like I said, pretty awesome for a Sport Express. It cleaned up pretty good. This isn't exactly what I wanted, but this is someplace to start. We're going to get this thing fixed up. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with it. Probably going to drive it for a little while, and then it might find a new home, and we'll find something else to work on. Typically I'll work on, you know, the SRT4 Neon, but we got to find something different, and trucks seem to be pretty cool to work on.